Welcome everyone to episode 22 of Around the Book podcast, where this week we're going to be going over conference championships in the NFL, some golf, live betting, some basketball games. Just going to be going over a lot of things here with football slowly dwindling down. Our picks aren't going to be super all over the league just because we don't have many to choose from, but we definitely have some live betting. We just noticed that the Farmers Insurance opens live right now, so we'll be trying to make some live bets on that. There's plenty of college basketball going on right now, so we'll definitely get into that. Before we do get into any of our picks this week, does anyone have anything they want to bring up from last weekend? Anything they were happy about, pissed about, sad about?
I was happy about nothing. Last weekend was a bad weekend of football.
I felt like a genius about halfway through the Texans and Ravens game, and then it all fell apart.
Yeah.
But it was looking good for the first time.
Yeah, that was, I know. After that first half, I went out to go get my wife and I some dinner, and I brought it back, and I saw the score. I was like, what the hell happened in the third quarter? It was 30-something to 10, all of us real quick. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah,
Lamar Jackson happened.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson happened. That's all you could say. Well, I guess we'll get into this week if nothing we want to talk about from last weekend. We'll get into, I guess, conference championship, unless anyone has any live bets that they're dying to get out right now before we get started. No? Anyone? All right, nothing yet. Yeah, I guess this episode, if we do have a live bet, just interrupt and say it out loud. That way no one misses out on it. I think that would probably be the best way to go about this. But I'll get into the conference championship. I'm going to start in the AFC because that's the 3 o'clock game on Sunday, 3 Eastern. I have Chiefs money line at plus 168. I was dead set that the Bills were going to do something about the Chiefs, and the Chiefs were just the Chiefs. So it's hard for me to go against them this week. I know the Ravens look unstoppable right now, but it's to get the Chiefs at plus money on a money line in the playoffs, you got to take it. And then the NFC game, I don't know how this is going to go. I just think there's going to be a lot of scoring. So I took the over of 50.5 points at minus 115. Like I said, I don't know how I don't know how this game's going to go, so I just took the over. I couldn't do the spread or money line. So with how the Niners played last week, who knows? But those are my picks for NFL. A little light this week on the NFL, but I have some golf bets to go over later.
All right. So for NFL, had a rough week last week, went 0-2. But I'm going to try to mix it up this week. I'm going Ravens minus 3.5, minus 110. I think they're going to I really think they're going to win pretty comfortably. Between the two games, I think they are the more safe favorite just because, really top-notch defenses have given the Chiefs trouble this year at times. And I think Pat Mahomes is going to have some issues with Baltimore's defense. I think Baltimore has the personnel to keep Travis Kelce in check. And if they can keep Travis Kelce in check, I don't think Kansas City has the wide receivers to really do much to Baltimore secondary. And then, so I think covering 3.5 should be pretty comfortable. I think Baltimore should win this by a touchdown. And then for the NFC Championship game, I'm taking Lions money line at plus 250 simply because I just love the value. I don't think the Niners have really proven yet, at least not last week against Green Bay. I don't think they've proven that they are really that far and away better than a team like Detroit. I don't think they are, they on paper they're the better team, but I wouldn't say they're head and shoulders above Detroit. I think it'll be a tight game. I mean, you could argue you're gonna hate hearing this, Casey. You can make the case that Detroit is a better quarterback in this game right now. And I think it could come down to that. I think the way they match up, I think Detroit's got a better chance than people think. And at plus 250, I think it's solid value.
All right, since you brought it up. Before I get into it, I am a little bit under the weather, so I do have some cough drops in my mouth right now, and I might cough a little bit. But I never said Brock. I don't think Brock Purdy is some MVP. I don't think he should be in the same category as Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, all those guys. What I do have a problem with is, I feel like the goalpost always gets moved for him. It's, can he do this? And then he does it. But then it's, can he do this? And then he does it. And I understand that he has McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle and Ayuk. But when are we going to start saying, let's say Jared Goff and he goes off for 400 yards and Amon-Ra has 200 of those. Or are we going to be like, well, if he didn't have Amon-Ra, he'd only have 200 yards?
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down to. And I think
that's fair.
I think Purdy deserves some respect because he's winning. We've seen that Shanahan can make some average to below average guys look great. Well, not look great, but put up some great stats. So I still think he deserves the respect for getting wins because I would be, if you put Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, all of them in that Niners team right now or forever the past 25 games or however many Purdy's played, are they going to go undefeated for those 25 games? I don't think so. Would they win as many or more than Purdy? I believe they would, but I don't think they're going undefeated. I think people keep saying that if you put Pat or Burrow or anyone in the system, this team's going to go undefeated. No one can beat them. I don't think that's the case. I think Purdy just goes out there, plays, he gets the win. It doesn't look pretty all the time. Sometimes he does show flashes of great throws and great decision-making, but give the man the respect he deserves. But I think any sane person doesn't think Purdy's MVP or anything like that. I think that's a lot of media blowing it up when it shouldn't be. But yes,
yeah,
I think
agree.
Jared Goff is overall a better quarterback. I think Jared Goff, if you put them both on the same team that has the same players, Goff is going to perform better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and that's all I was saying. I did not mean it.
Yeah.
Against Brock.
No, you were just the brunt of it because I just keep seeing it on Twitter.
He had a lot to get off his chest.
Yes,
there was. I have like
it's not
30.
about us.
No, it's not about you. I have 20 drafts on my Twitter right now from me wanting to post something to reply to somebody, but I was like, it's not worth it. So
Yeah,
Casey didn't just have to get it off his chest. He had to get up off his deathbed to fight this
yes.
fight. Hey, I'm sick right now, but we're going to battle.
Yeah, Ryan Clark, you could fuck off. I hate Ryan Clark. When he said, I have to do the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life and stop pretending like Purdy's good, I'm like, you're being dramatic and you did it to yourself. You're the one at the beginning of the season was making all these assumptions that Purdy's going to be the MVP. He was feeding it, and then now he's going back on his word. I don't know. That just pissed me off. But I digress. We'll see what happens Sunday. I don't know.
All right. So before I give my NFL picks here, I'm in a live bet. Auburn and Alabama. Right now it's 67-63 Alabama. I'm taking Auburn plus 4.5. There is 5 minutes left, I believe. So
That's perfect because I have Alabama minus 3.5 before the
Okay.
game started. So we can
All
both
right.
win here.
Okay. I have 3 picks this week. I've got 2 in the NFC game. My first one is going to be Lions plus 7 at minus 112. I feel like this is a pretty large spread given how these teams looked yesterday. Or not yesterday, but this week. The Lions secondary did struggle a little bit. Baker threw for a lot of yards. But I don't know. With how the 49ers look, they got the job done and they won, but I feel like the Lions can lose by a touchdown here and still cover. That feels pretty safe to me, especially with how their offense has been playing in the playoffs. My other lock this week in the same game, I'm also joining Casey and taking the over. I got it at 51 at minus 110 odds. I think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. I'm not sure what the weather will be in Santa Clara this week, but with how the Lions offense is looking, the 49ers started to put some things together at the end of the game last week. I think there could be a lot of points scored in this one. And then for my underdog, I'm going in the AFC Championship game, and I'm also joining Casey again and taking the Chiefs money line at plus 160, just for the simple fact that the Chiefs win in the playoffs. We've seen it time and time and time again. I think the Ravens are the better team, and I would not be surprised if they win this game, but Chiefs at plus 160 odds in the playoffs just feels like something I need to take. So those will be my 3 picks for the week.
Right now, it looks like it's going to be clear and partly cloudy on Sunday in Santa Clara.
Perfect.
So that means more points for the Niners since they can't play in the rain.
I'm really torn on this Chiefs-Ravens game because I think if one of the two teams is going to pull off the upset, I do feel like it'll be the Chiefs. With that said, the Ravens are my lock this week. I'm just going with the team I think is better. The better I won't say the better quarterback. The MVP quarterback, the better defense, the better playmakers. I mean, this Ravens team has been clicking like no other team this year. And it's been the Ravens and the Niners, and when the two got together, the Ravens slapped the Niners. So I'm just going to keep going with the team that is better. And I think that's Baltimore. They're at home. 3.5 is not that much for a home favorite, even against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and a really good Chiefs defense. I think what Lamar can do with the ball in his hand, I just feel comfortable with that, attacking this Chiefs defense. And then if you try and load the box to stop him, he's got the guys who can make plays with the ball in their hand. Give it to Zay Flowers, give it to Odell. He's got the playmakers around him. So I'm going to make that my lock. I feel really comfortable with a Ravens win, even though I think the Chiefs could and are the more likely of the two underdogs to pull off the upset. And then my dog, I'm going with the Lions to cover. I don't think they're going to win this game. Their defense just isn't good. You mentioned how many yards Baker threw for, like 350. And they had a couple of drops. They had a couple of miscues in this game. So this could have really easily been more. And I think against a team like San Francisco, it's going to be, we could be looking at a 400-yard passing day from Brock Purdy. And that doesn't even talk about what Christian McCaffrey does on the ground, offensive player of the year, scores a touchdown every single game. The Lions have a puncher's chance, but, man, they get punched a lot. You just move the ball up and down the field on them. So I could see this being a backdoor cover.
Yeah.
I could see this being like, a 10-point game, a 13-point game with 2 minutes left. They march down the field. They score a touchdown, which almost makes it feel close. But I think the 49ers are going to win, but I think the Lions' ability to score is going to keep it closer on paper than 7 points.
And we do have someone commenting in with their picks for the weekend, so we're going to show those. Shane, 2 the teams will win. Thanks, Shane. we have to have you back on for the Super Bowl so you can give your expert analysis on which I bet one team will win. I'm just going to guess what his analysis will be, but we appreciate that, Shane. Thanks for that. But yeah, and just to hit off that, Baltimore, it is supposed to rain on Sunday. 90% chance around 2, 75% chance around 4. So it's going to be a wet one there.
And both teams can run the ball, so I don't feel like that really favors either of them.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a sloppy football game. I don't know.
I think if anything, I feel like in this one, a low-scoring game might help the Chiefs. because I don't know if they're going to be. I don't know if their offense right now is explosive enough to keep up with Baltimore. If that makes any sense, like I don't know. I really don't think the Chiefs have a lot to score on a defense like Baltimore. Like if it does come down to a lot of scoring, I don't know if they're going to be able to make even as good as Mahomes is. I don't know if he can do it against this defense with the lack of weapons he has.
Can you imagine like a rainy, grimy day? Patrick Mahomes drops back, throws to Kavarius Tooney. You know where that's going.
To the
That's
ground.
going pick six the other way.
It's either pick six or going straight to the ground through Tony's hands.
Can't catch it in a perfect condition.
Yeah.
You know it's going right through the gloves.
All right, Shane. Well, with my record this week, I don't think I can take much to the bank, so we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited for this weekend. We were talking a little bit. I was telling Dalton before the show started, I could see a scenario for every team winning the Super Bowl this year that's left. I don't know. I think at this point it's just we'll have to see what happens on Sunday. I think I don't know. I think for a key thing for the Niners, I will say, is Debo, if he's healthy or not. So it looks like he's going to play, which is exciting, but we'll see. I don't know. I might have to pull a page out of JT's book that he did earlier this year, or earlier when we started, where he bet on the team going against his favorite team, so he could either win money or be happy that his team won. So I might have to do that as well.
And then, of course, last week's the week I broke that streak.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't know why you went away from it.
I thought it would be a pretty competitive game. I really thought the Bucs had a good chance to win that game, and then they didn't. And then I was sad, and now I'm broken sad.
Yeah.
I know.
They look good
on the Bucs.
Same.
Regretted that.
Hey, that game was close for a long time. It was 17-17 at the end of the third, and the Lions kind of pulled away in the fourth. But if the Bucs had made that 2-point conversion they went for, the cover was there. You had it.
Yeah, I agree. And
They haven't doinked a field goal off the upright. Cover was there. That's
I was so mad when I saw that.
I know. They were
As soon as it was going in at first too, and then I just saw it slowly go toward the upright, and I was like, no.
For a kicker who's more accurate outside of 50 than he is within 50, unbelievable. On a dome, it's stupid.
Yeah. All right, another comment from Shane. In all seriousness, this version of the Ravens offense is incredibly difficult to defend because of Lamar's pocket presence. Agree there. The Chiefs defense will have to be very patient. I agree with that. And I mean, with the health of the Chiefs defense over the past few weeks, just seems to be dwindling down every time. I don't know. I think the Chiefs could pull it out, but at the same time, I could see the Ravens just herb stomping them and winning by a couple of touchdowns at the same time. But we'll see. All right. So how are we doing on our live bets right now?
70-68 Alabama. So covering so far.
I'm gonna have some college basketball picks here soon. I've got the quad box up on my TV again.
Nice. Well, I guess I'm going to and we kind of made a mistake with the Farmers Insurance Open for PGA this week. We didn't know it started today. I did have a parlay built out for it, and I don't know if you can still put that in. You might have to wait till the rounds are over tonight.
The round is over. There are new odds.
Okay.
There are adjusted odds.
That's weird that it started on a Wednesday.
I know.
Yeah, that took me for a loop when you said that, or when I looked and you said that. But I'll go ahead and give my parlay, and I'm doing another choice where I'm going to go 4 guys to finish top 20. I need you guys' help again. What's that guy, that Xander dude's last name again?
Xander Schauffele.
Schauffele, okay.
Schauffele.
It's fancy.
All right.
It is.
So I have him, Colin Morikawa, Min Woo Lee, and Max Homa to all finish top 20. right now that's at plus 782. Well, not right now. That was actually yesterday. Depending on where the guys are, if you guys don't want to take this parlay, I don't blame you because I know after one round it could look a little deceiving if you might see a guy all the way down the leaderboard. But trust me, things happen on that after that second day where guys start to get hot. So I'd still feel comfortable with this parlay. Once again, it's Xander Schauffele, Colin Morikawa, Min Woo Lee, and Max Homa, all to finish top 20.
So that's actually not looking too bad right now. So Morikawa is tied for 9th right now. You have them all to finish what, top 20, you said?
Yep.
And then Schauffele's tied for 34th right now, so he's he's a stroke out of the top 20. And then it was Woo Lee, and who was the other one?
Max Homa.
Max Homa's 2 strokes out of the top 20, tied for 48th right now. And Woo Lee. Trying to find him.
Oh no! When you have to use the search function on the PGA website, that's a bad sign. Well, while you go on a manhunt for him, I was close to hitting this last week. I was one guy off. I think Finau finished like 20, like either low 30s or high 20s. So it was close. 3 of the 4 people hit. So
I found him. He is even right now, so he's 4 strokes out of the top 20. That's not too bad. He's tied for
that's not bad. That's not bad.
Right, yeah. But he does have work to do to make the cut tomorrow.
Yeah, he does.
All right. So I actually do have some golf picks based on the fresh odds. I just threw some together. So I got Morikawa to win at plus 1,100. I got Nikolai Højgaard to finish top 10 at plus 110 right now. Both Morikawa and Højgaard are sitting in the top 10 right now at 5 under. And then I got one somewhat of a long shot pick. I got Justin Rose to finish top 20 at plus 300. Rose is great value right now because he did finish 3 under today. So he is tied for 34th right now. But he's only a stroke outside of the top 20. One of the best golfers in the world. I feel like getting plus 300 for him to make up a stroke on the field right now is pretty good. I'm going to get this for him to finish top 20. So that's what I got. And then parlayed together, it's plus 9,980 odds. So a $3 bet pays $302 for what it's worth. And that's what I got for golf.
Our live bet has 30 seconds left.
Where do you
Alabama's up by 3.
Oh my god.
And they missed.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Auburn got it back. 15 seconds. Auburn has it. 3 to tie. He got fouled. Okay. So that's looking safe. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give my golf bet now. So I originally got this at minus 140, but it is currently minus 165. So it went up a little bit. But I got Max Homa in the top 20 for my bet. I think he's, what'd you say, Dalton? 2 strokes out of the
Max
top 20?
Homa, yeah, he is 2 strokes back, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 2 under right now. Top 20 is 4 under right now.
Okay. Yeah. He's played great in California before. He's got 3 wins and 6 top 10 finishes in his last 7 tournaments in California. He's been pretty good to start the year, so I figured he's a pretty safe top 20 pick here. He does have a little bit of work to do, but he's a pretty safe bet that you can add to your parlay.
I like the Homa picks.
That was the only golf bet
Sorry.
that I had.
Didn't realize I was on mute.
You got anything, JT?
I'm kind of going to give some Shane commentary. My golf bet is that golf will be played.
Yep, like that.
Someone will hit a ball and someone will put it in the cup.
Yeah, take that one to the bank. It will happen.
Got nothing on that subject.
Yeah.
Could not name you 5 golfers alive, including any of the ones you just listed.
Auburn just missed a free throw to tie the game with the
Yep,
last.
I just saw that. I just pulled the game up. The fans are going crazy. Like, I can't believe you missed that, you idiot. But
I got him at plus 4.5 though, so I feel like there's
Yeah, you
no
should
way
be
I
fine.
can get screwed here.
don't say that. Oh, all right, my dog's back. My camera. Come on, Forrester. All right, we're getting off topic here. I do have a bet tomorrow. Northern Kentucky University is actually playing on live TV, on national TV, I should say, which rarely happens for these mid-major schools. So I'm going to take their spread. It's not out just yet, but I believe they're playing Indiana Fort Wayne, I believe, University. Let me double check that here real quick. But I'm going to take the NKU Norse against, and it was Purdue Fort Wayne. The Mastodons. That's a weird one, but NKU is minus 5.5. It's even odds right now for that, so I'm going to take minus 5.5 for Northern Kentucky University tomorrow. They play at 7 Eastern on ESPN. I have that, and then I do have an NHL pick, but I'll have to pull it up if anyone else has any picks for tomorrow or later tonight.
I have a Friday bet.
What is it?
I'm going to be betting the FA Cup in England. We got some FA Cup. Basically, the FA Cup is like the in-season tournament in the NBA for English soccer. I'm taking Tottenham money line at plus 380 against Man City. Manchester City is definitely the better team here, but for some reason, Tottenham always plays them close. They played, I think, about a month ago, and they tied 3-3 in Manchester. I believe this game is in London at Tottenham, but I'm not entirely sure. But these teams always play each other close. They looked very even last time they played a dead even game. So I think plus 380 for Tottenham is pretty good value. And that's on Friday at noon.
I like it.
Okay, so you're muted.
I'm on mute. Thank you for that. Sorry. Didn't want to be coughing into the mic. I did find my hockey parlay for tomorrow. Sorry about that. I'm taking the 3 games, and I'm going to do over 6.5 goals in each game, and I'm parlaying them all together. I'm going to take the Coyotes versus Lightning. I'm going to have over 6.5 for that one. It's going to be great value just because the Lightning are going to score some goals, but the Coyotes right now aren't like putting up goals. And every time I try to bet them, I'm hammering the under on their goal totals. So I'm going to go over 6.5 for that one. I'm going to go against the grain on that one. And we go over 6.5 on the Blue Jackets and the Calgary Flames, and then over 6.5 on the Blackhawks and Oilers. I don't have the odds for that one just yet because the Blackhawks and Oilers game isn't on my sportsbook just yet. But I am going to be taking the over 6.5 goals on that one. I'm going to be parlaying all 3 of those together.
So why did you go against the grain with the Coyotes? Because all the logic said you were not going to go that way. It's like the Lightning are good and the Coyotes aren't good and they don't score any goals.
So whenever I do like my goal betting, like whenever I do like the puck line or whatever it is, the over 6.5 is I'll usually do that for like the Lightning games. Whoever they're playing, I'll always go over 6.5 for them because I feel like it's always like a 4-3, 5-2 type game. And then whenever I bet on Coyotes games, I've bet on them 3 times this year and have gone under on their goal totals each time, and it hit every time. So I'm going to go against the grain on the Coyotes this week because I'm going to get better value on my over 6.5 for that game.
Who's in net for the Lightning?
I have no idea. Don't ask me that.
Vasilevsky, I think.
I was gonna say if he's having like a rest day, I would be fine with that. But
I
Vasilevsky's
think.
a brick wall.
Tony, hit it up or fade
All right.
me.
I'll roll with it.
I'm learning hockey, guys. So this is
it.
me learning still. This is like my bigger parlay that I'm gonna try to attempt so far this year.
Well, it's just the scale, That's kind of applies to betting. You mess
Yeah.
around, you find out.
Yeah. I'm gonna find out probably on the first game at 7:00 with the Lightning and Coyote.
Hockey is an interesting sport to bet because the lines are almost always the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always a 1.5 spread, and then the over under is like 6.5 or 6.
Yeah.
I do got some live college basketball picks. I don't want to get them before these odds change real quick. Just pull them up. So I got Villanova right now. They're down 5 against St. John's with 12 minutes left. You can get them their money line at plus 280. Grab that.
Good.
Marquette at DePaul's at halftime right now. Right now the total's around 86 right now. I'm taking the under 166.5 at minus 115. Marquette's got a big lead right now. I think they're going to shut it down in the second half. And then I got Florida minus 13.5 against Mississippi State at minus 110 right now. They're beating Mississippi State by 12 right now. That's what I got right now. Actually, that's now down to minus 12.5 at plus 100. So I would still grab it. Mississippi State's on a bit of a run. I would grab it now. I think Florida's still going to win that game handily. You can parlay all 3 of those picks together at plus 1320.
Damn.
I swear there's been 11 seconds left in this Alabama game.
So I have
That's
it live.
5 minutes,
I have
dude.
it live, and
I'm a little bit behind. I'm on.
Well, Alabama's going to the free throw line for 2, and they're
Yeah.
up by 2, so they're up 3 right now. They had the guy at the baseline almost stole the ball away, and then they committed a foul on him.
Okay, 3-point lead. I'm gonna somehow.
Well, hold on.
Not
What
hit
we need
this.
to
They're
happen here. Okay, it's 4.
Here's what's gonna happen.
We
It's
need
4.
Auburn to miss. We need Auburn to take this 8 seconds and miss. They're coming down the court, mid-court. Son of a... He missed.
Don't foul. Don't foul.
No foul.
No foul.
That's game. We both won.
Let's
There we
go. How rare is that?
It's the most entertaining the show has ever been.
We're good. It was
I thought for
crazy.
sure he was gonna miss that last free throw, and then Auburn was gonna go shoot a 3 and miss, and then foul.
It almost did not cover because he went down and he tried to get a quick 2 and he just missed the layup. And then,
All right. Well,
oh, hold on.
no, don't say. Oh no.
There might be like 0.4 seconds left.
Oh my God.
The ball
As
might
long
have
as
landed.
Auburn gets the ball.
I think I don't know who's about to get the ball.
What do you guys have in this
Oh,
game? again?
Auburn.
I don't even know if that's enough time to
no! Auburn's
Wow.
got the ball. 0.5 seconds.
That's not
Okay,
even enough
so
time
I'm-
for a shot hardly.
I'm safe, but Casey is not.
So what do you guys have?
I have minus 3.5 Alabama.
I have
Ooh.
Auburn plus 4.5. So I can't lose at this point, but all right, I'll root for. Let's root for a miss here. It's 0.5. I don't think they can
I know, but
get anything off.
oh my god, dude.
And it's a 4-point game anyway, so.
All right.
Ooh, should we get into our NFL props?
Oh yeah. Good
All
call.
right.
Yeah.
Duh. I mean, good
I
call.
totally forgot about it too.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm ready
No.
for NFL props because we're at a point of the year where I like props more than I like the actual scores
I
of the
know,
game.
right?
That did not count.
I'm very excited
All
for
right.
the Super Bowl.
Oh, no way that counted.
No. Okay.
He might have
Sorry.
shot that 2 seconds after the buzzer.
He did, but he made it, and it looked like he got fouled, but it was all right. Okay. Sorry. Let's get into the props. What did you say now, Dalton? I apologize.
So we were just talking about prop. JT was mentioning like this time of year, like the props are better than the games. I was like, yeah, I can't wait for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Super Bowl is awesome because you can, like, bet if there's going to be a doink on any field goals and stuff.
Big one I had last year. The big one I hit last year was, will there be an octopus?
Yeah.
That's
There was
great.
one. There was one.
There was one. Yep, man, I bet it, and it was like plus 1,200 odds. And in that Chiefs Eagles, that was a lock. I can't believe the odds they put on that.
It might be another one this year.
That was bound to happen.
It might be another one this year, depending on who goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'll start off with our freaking ESPN ads. I'll start off with my prop. I'm going to go Travis Kelce over 5.5 receptions. Him and Patrick just somehow realized that they were still like a power couple in the NFL this past weekend. I forget the exact stat, but it was like 11 weeks or since like week 11, Kelce hasn't hit a touchdown or something like that. And then he finally had one this past weekend. So like, I think the floodgates are going to start to open here. Kelce he was over on his receptions last week, had a ton of yards. So I think he'll get a lot more catches this week as well. So I have him over 5.5. Even in the rain, I still think the pass game is going to run through him if that's the case.
I like it. I'm also betting on the Chiefs passing game this week. However, I am betting Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 interceptions this week at minus 125. Honestly, I think the fact that the bookies are putting this at minus 125 shows you like how not confident they are in Mahomes this week. Again, especially like with how sketchy the receivers have been for the Chiefs this year and how good Baltimore's defense is. I think Mahomes is throwing a pick this week, especially like if they get into crunch time and he has to really start to force stuff. I could see him throwing one, especially with the sloppy weather. I think he's almost certainly going to throw at least one to the other team this week. So I feel like that's really safe. And I think the fact that it's even minus 125, that's still in okay value range to like where it's not pointless, especially putting in the parlay. But I think the fact that it's that they're giving minus that much, I think that just goes to show you like how confident the bookies are that like even Patrick Mahomes is going to throw an interception, like for sure.
I like it. All right, my prop this week is going to be David Montgomery anytime touchdown at plus 130. And I'm honestly surprised that this is in the plus odds because he scored a touchdown in 75% of the Lions games this year. So 3 out of every 4 games, he's getting in the end zone, sometimes multiple times. He's their go-to back anytime they get near the goal line. And I know the Lions have a good front seven, but anytime, or the 49ers have a good front seven, but anytime the Lions get in the red zone this week, I think they're going to be looking for either Amon-Ra or Montgomery near the goal line. This is obviously their most important game of the season. I think he's just going to get a lot of chances. They're going to go to their best players here. So, and at plus 130 for someone who scored as much as he has this year, I feel like that's pretty good value.
I like it. I had 3 that I wanted to go with, and that was one of them, David Montgomery, anytime touchdown scorer. So it's in my parlay.
Great minds think alike.
Word. One of the one I have the most conviction of is in that same game, and it's Brandon Ayuk over 80.5 receiving yards. This Lions secondary is putrid, especially at corner. And you look back at like their last handful of games, Mike Evans went for 150. Puka Nakua went for like 150, like 180. CeeDee Lamb went for like 200. Justin Jefferson. These guys are getting carved up by lead receivers. So in a game where Debo is, banged up, they're going to want to air it out to their all-pro wide receiver maybe. So I'm thinking Brandon Ayuk is just going to be the next guy and a long line of guys to carve up this Lions secondary.
Yeah. I like that. He's
I like
pretty
it.
elusive. He knows how to get to the spot he needs to be. So, like you said, with the Lions secondary, I think he'll have a good game this weekend.
Fun fact: Brandon Ayuk went to the same community college that I did.
Really?
Not at the same time, but
Oh,
that was pretty. He went to Sierra College, but I thought that was
Oh,
pretty
nice.
interesting.
He's not
Was
your
it-
Antonio Brown. We were at the school at the same time. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool. He's going to be so good. And then he was like really, really good.
Was he crazy then?
Knowledge.
I don't think I saw it. I didn't really know of him when he was there. I kind of, once he was on the 49ers and doing well, and then everyone around where I live was like, oh shit, he went to Sierra College.
No, I meant AB. I was asking JT if Antonio Brown was known as like a crazy person in college.
That makes more sense.
So my buddy knew his girlfriend at the time, and she seemed normal enough. I mean, she was normal. She didn't have any crazy horror stories about him. No like drama. It was pretty chill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Apparently, like the worry was always like what happened. Like once, because he was always an underdog, and then he got that big contract, and then everything just kind of spiraled really quickly.
I think at the moment you saw Antonio Brown with like that Lego block haircut, that's when you knew it was over.
Yeah.
yeah. It was when he went to the Raiders when they were on Hard Knocks. I remember that. It was,
Oh,
like,
Donnie.
it was when he like got in that.
Stop.
That
Yeah.
helmet thing.
You're gonna open up a 15-minute conversation.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I didn't even think
No, it's
about
okay.
that. I just remember like he came to practice after he got in like that cryo
He froze his feet
thing.
off.
Froze his feet.
The
Yeah.
helmet thing.
Yeah.
It was something every day. And then like calling Mike Mayock a cracker. And
Yeah.
then they finally get rid of him, and he acts like it was all part of this master plan.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
at
made him
least
look
he didn't
really
walk
good.
off the field mid-game in the midst of
Oh
a
my
Super Bowl
gosh.
push.
I'm sorry. I just like scarred both of you guys. I'm really sorry.
At least he took the field. I don't think he ever played a snap with the Raiders.
I don't even
No.
think he made it to
No.
the preseason game.
No, because I remember the Hard Knocks made him look really good. Like they were making him like look like he was a good guy and all. But
Oh,
it's like he wasn't doing
he
anything
would
wrong.
have done, had he not been crazy, like he would have done in that offense. I think he would
Oh,
have had a
man.
huge year.
Yeah, but who
Because I
knows?
do think
I
that he
could-
was a good fit.
He was a great fit. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like the Bucs would have won a second Super Bowl if he hadn't gone crazy and walked off the field. Like you got Mike Evans and Antonio Brown, even without Chris Godwin, that team's winning the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Damn it, Antonio!
now look at him. But
What are we looking at with
Yeah.
him now? I don't even know. Not
Just-
paying employees.
Yeah.
and-
His
I don't-
random tweets that show up on my timeline
Yeah.
somehow.
yeah,
Also, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Quick update on one of my live bets. I just realized that Villanova St. John's game. Nova's only down 7 right now, but I realized I screwed up. I just realized that who St. John's head coach is this year. It's Rick Pitino.
Yep.
So they're
Oh,
going to win
man.
that game because that man is going to berate
Yep.
those kids to greatness.
Yep.
He
Like,
is
you
gonna
guys know what I
verbally
did?
abuse them
Yeah.
to greatness, and verbally and possibly physically.
Yeah. He's like,
Potentially physically.
Yeah. You
But
see
they
the pool
will
I
be
had in
successful.
Louisville. Yeah. He's like, you see what I did down in Louisville? I can do that here. But you guys are the ones stopping me.
Yeah, wasn't he in Greece for a while too?
Yeah. That was where he went after Louisville, I think.
Yeah.
He had to take some time off after all the NCAA sanctions.
Him and Papa John just like left the city of Louisville in shambles. Like it was like boom, boom, dude. Papa John's went out and said what he said, and then Pitino got all of his allegations. Like
You
Louisville
guys
has
have,
not recovered.
You guys have Jack Harlow, I think.
Even he's
I think
like,
he's from where. That's your.
yeah,
He's
but even
shining.
he's like becoming kind of like no one
Yeah.
likes him in the rap industry or anything like entertainment industry. So I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I'm watching the St. John's game, and I think they're going to go on a run in the tournament. I have not
Yeah.
watched. This is the only time I've seen St. John's all year. I've watched very little college basketball, but I think St. John's is going to go on a run.
Patino knows how to coach, man. He will get another like big name job like
Yeah.
soon. I mean, he's getting up there in age, but
Yeah.
I think we'll get another chance somewhere more serious. Well,
If he
not more
doesn't
serious.
stay, and maybe he wants to just take like a more low key job where the expectations are lower.
Yeah. He should just ask if Louisville will have him back. They're struggling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but who knows? I don't have any more live bets.
I don't either.
No. Mine are not looking great.
Just gonna take my win and stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a great we've been screwed plenty of times where we both could have won. I think like 3 times this year.
We can probably count on one hand the amount of times that like 2 of us have won a bet.
Yeah.
in the same game.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of opportunities, but this is a win. I'll take this is like football season's coming to an end. We're getting into basketball. This is good vibes. We're just gonna keep it going. But that's all I have for my bets. Anyone, JT? Anyone? You guys got any other bets for the weekend?
I'll probably make some NBA bets. I'm way more about like player props than I am actual scores for games, so I'll tweet those out when the time comes.
Yep, tweet them out. We'll retweet them. I'm gonna follow them. But we appreciate everyone watching. Thanks to Shane for hopping on. Well, he didn't hop on, but he did comment. We appreciate that and giving us the 2 teams that he thinks will win. So we appreciate that, Shane. Maybe we'll have him on again next year for next football season. But we appreciate everyone watching. Let us know if you trail us, follow us. I'll get our NFL prop out probably Saturday, or I probably could do it today. I'm sure they have all the props ready already since there's only 2 games. So I'll try to get that out as soon as possible, but definitely be before the AFC Championship on Sunday. And we thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next weekend or next Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern. And have a good one.
Nope. Gone. Oh no, I don't think.
Miss
Oh
input.
wait, the show's still going.
Yeah. Oh, he's back.